I'll do a quick recap week one. Tell us what's coming up week two. Hey, Susan. Then we can chat a little. Okay, so week one was squatting multiple times a day. I sent that video that gave you different types of squats. And then bringing some awareness to how you eat and how you feel after you eat. How fast do you eat and what are you eating and how does it affect your body? And then your morning sunlight exposure, going out and getting some sunlight on your eyeballs. And actually, I was listening to another Huberman lab this week, and he said, really, if you can be as naked as legal and get on your arms and legs too, some sunlight on your arms and legs. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. Now this might be turning cold, but I thought he said it's about like processing vitamin D and how your skin is actually another hormone regulation system. And so that was really interesting. Week two, we got coming up starting on Monday. You're going to get an email today at noon. This tells you about hanging, different ways to hang. If you are not hanging and you need specific help from me, call me on the phone this week. You could do a desert cactus. You could literally find a doorway. You could find monkey bars, but hanging of some type. And then meal prep. I'm thinking like Sunday is when most of my ladies do it. But if your week starts on a Wednesday or whatever, you grocery shop. I know New Seasons has senior discount on Wednesday. So some of my ladies do shopping on Wednesday. So whatever day it is for you. But really, if you could get home from the store and wash all your produce and chop it up even, or cook some rice or steam some broccoli or marinate some chicken breast, like whatever it is that you've got stuff so that when you open the fridge, you just can warm up this and put this in and you don't have to start from scratch at 6, 7 o'clock at night. So food, meal prep, whatever that means to you. I'm happy to give you more info on that if you need it. And then cold shower. I think this is going to be the toughest one I know, look at Carla's face. So it doesn't have to be an entire shower that's ice cold. It could be cool. And you could do your regular shower and then the last minute just blast the cold water. Or one of my ladies is like, I splash cold water on my face. The reason for the cold is that your body's little internal thermostat, then, sorry, I'm back. When you hit it with cold, your body then goes, oh, I got to bring her body temperature up. I need to warm up. And then that is part of this sleep. This is part of our sleeping better that night is your body temperature rises in the morning right before you wake up. Your body cools down at night. So it seems like a cold shower would cool you off, but really it tells your body is constantly doing this system of regulating and bringing you back to balance, to homeostasis. So this cold exposure, then your body goes, let's crank up the furnace, and that's warmer. So conversely, then a warm tub or a warm shower at night would then help you relax and fall asleep. Okay, that's a quick recap. Week one, week two. Unmute yourselves. Let me have it. What was your favorite thing, your least favorite thing? Who wants to go first?
Well, I wouldn't say this is my favorite or least favorite, but I'm up to 20 seconds of cold at the end of my shower. I don't know how I will possibly get longer than that.
That's a great start. 20-second blast.
Ooh.
And I think he didn't talk about this so much as the sleep thing, but I think it's a good immune booster, that warm and cold combo and that contrast. When I lived in Florida, my first massage job was at this resort on the Gulf Coast, and they had an outdoor pool. And it's North Florida, like you need a jacket at night, like it gets cold. And in the winter, I would do sauna and then the warm pool. And then I would go outside and just do a polar bear plunge in the cold pool. And I did that several times a week. And I lived with my boss. He had these small kids. Like I never got sick. And I was like, that cold plunge is what's keeping me. Okay, so Heather says cold shower. She's doing it. She doesn't love it, but she's doing it. Did anybody have success or struggles this week for week one? What, Marcia?
I have loved just the reminder of squats, and it doesn't have to be a long period of time. It's like, just get up and do 3 squats, so yeah. And the difference in the squats, I am not the floor person. My knees don't do that. You've watched me get on and off your mat. That would be a far goal for me. But yeah, just doing, and the variety of squats. I love doing it with, I'm not real fond of my back roller, but I think that's a new use of it.
Right. So we do that in the bar class. Because I call it the no bar class, because nobody has a bar at their house, right?
Right.
So we use this like as a balance buddy. And that's what I showed in the video, was like hanging on to something. So this could be a nice way for you, Marcia, to start to get into that feeling of, can I get my hips lower than my knees? And of course, we don't do anything that causes pain or like, we're not doing pain and suffering, but is there a way that you could ease into slowly getting an inch lower and an inch lower and an inch lower, because you can regain a lot of that joint mobility even as we age.
It's been my favorite.
Yay, squats. And that's such a foundational movement. Like, I was joking about being able to get off the toilet, but that's no joke. If you want to live at home into old age and have those skills of like that type of mobility, daily activities, they call them, in PT world. Anybody else have thoughts? Carla?
I liked the getting sun first thing. I sit outside typically after I've been up a while in the morning, and I do my morning routine out there. But I noticed when I got out there, like almost immediately after waking up, it just helped me wake up so much faster. Just that short period of time. And like I told you this week, the first couple times I did that, it just, even though I was kind of tired and groggy, it just made me, it just energized my entire day. And I just felt so much more joyful.
Yay.
So that was really fun.
I love it. So do you think that's something you might keep up even through the winter?
Yeah. And I'm going to keep doing the squats this week too. I kind of fell off the wagon when I came down with my migraine. I just halted everything and just slept. So I want to get back on the squat wagon this week.
Awesome. And that's a great point. We're going to have stuff come up. You had a migraine. That is not the time to do like intense exercise. It's the time to go in the dark room, right? One of my gals was traveling this week. So she had this workout I had planned for her with weights. And she's like, I'm just going to do body weight stuff while I'm on the road. So keeping in mind that stuff is always going to come up. And that, remember my like 80% success, maybe even 60% success, but getting away from this all or nothing thinking, which I have been guilty of my whole life. If I don't do it perfectly, it doesn't even count. This ain't that. This is like, do a little bit, do it for a couple of days, and see what of this you can keep doing on it. Like, what can you make a new habit?
I like to text Anne when I squat, so I'm sure she'd love it if everyone did.
That's a good idea for accountability.
You're texting.
If y'all want to text me 3 times a day.
You're texting her when you're squatting, when you do it? That's cool.
I like to do that. And with exclamation points in all capitals so that she knows I'm doing it.
Why don't you just shoot a video?
Yeah, that's a good point. I've been sending these as emails just because if I'm getting a large amount of information across and I have links and videos, but if y'all prefer text or whatever, I do now have my smartphone. I have come into the modern age. So if you want to text me during the week, or if you want me to text you, or if you want to connect with each other, I am happy to set you up with a buddy in this group. If that would be helpful to have a little accountability buddy, just let me know, because we can definitely do that. Yeah.
Heather, I thought you meant you were squatting every time you were texting, and I thought, wow, that's a lot of squats a day. I can't commit to that.
No. Or I would just stop texting.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting experiment. Every time you pick up your phone, you have to like squat or hold a plank. How many times do you mindlessly just pick up your phone?
That'd be interesting to count that.
Maybe we'll do a low tech challenge, or like getting out of tech. All right. Anybody have questions about hanging or meal prep or?
I have questions about hanging. I assume that you're going to show us some videos, but I don't really have anywhere to hang other than my door jamb.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Carla. Watch this. So I'm 5'7", so I can easily grab the door jamb. And so this is what I'm demonstrating in the videos. When I've been doing this with my ladies, I'm realizing not everybody can grab the door jamb. So a close second could be reaching and doing a little side bend. So I'm still getting this nice length and open sesame and stretch. And I can even sort of lean, do like a big long banana. If you had a sturdy step stool, I don't want anybody to fall.
So you're
and get
not
hurt.
trying to get your feet off the ground. You're just trying
You
to have a
could.
really good stretch.
I'm basing this task on you guys are not doing pull-ups yet. If you can hang and swing and do pull-ups, knock yourself out. But I'm giving us a little baby step. There's a lot of research on these basic movements, these squats and hanging, and think about how this stretches out. If we're at the computer a lot or on the phone a lot, everything we do is super like contracting of this whole area, your chest. A lot of us, this forward head posture. So we're just sort of curling ourselves in. So even just like a desert cactus stretch where you go and lean on the wall or you stand in a doorway, this is a great start. There is something about hanging, though, that's really good for your grip strength, your shoulder mobility, stretching out your lats, just being able to do that movement. So if you've had a frozen shoulder, I've got some gals that have like shoulder issues, like don't do anything that hurts. But if you could, even your version could be like, I'm just going to stretch my arm overhead. But if you can reach the door jamb, or this could be a fun little challenge too, like we have a park over in Selwood and there are these old school metal monkey bars still. You know, a lot of playgrounds now, they've gotten rid of this stuff that could kill you, but this, they still got the, so when I go for a walk, I'll just go and hang on the bars and just like 30-second hang, and then I go about my day. So you could start looking for places in your neighborhood to hang. You could start looking for kids' play structures, and just that could be part of this. Can I work this into my daily activities? Yeah, grip strength, building up some calluses on your hand, like that's good for you to do. So yeah, does that explain the how of it and the why of it?
Yes, thank you. I think I'll just do the door jam. That's
Perfect.
easy.
Perfect.
Don't have to go anywhere.
Nope. That's what I was hoping too, that all this stuff is stuff that you could do in your house, minimal equipment, you know, dining chair.
Especially when the weather turns.
I'm already planning like what I'm going to do this fall when it starts raining. I'm like, all right, have a plan. In fact, Bridget was saying the pool she's been swimming at is over by where we're moving to. And she's like, oh yeah, you could join the athletic club that I go to. I'm like, perfect. I'll just have swimming be my cardio for the winter.
Oh, you're going
All
to get
right.
out and you're going to go walking with me.
We're going to walk in the rain.
Yep.
Put on our raincoat.
Mhm.
Put on our waterproof pants.
Just FYI.
Heather's going to come get me from my house. Get in the car. I'm like, okay. All right, ladies. Anybody else got anything? We could just make this short and sweet today, unless y'all got more questions. All right, Kathy.
Thank you, Ann. No, I loved it. Thank you. Good luck, everybody.
Keep up the
Thank
good work.
you.
Holler at me
And
if
I
you
do
need
have a
help.
question on the shower thing, because you said that would help for sleep. So are you recommending showering at night as
Good
opposed
question.
to showering in the morning?
Some people shower in the morning or at night. So my suggestion for this week, if you're going to do a cold shower, is to do it in the morning, with the thought being the cold raises your core temperature, and then that signals your body time to wake up. So if you're going to participate in that way, I'd say cold shower in the morning. I mentioned the warm at night because then your body then works to cool yourself off if you're exposed to heat. So if you're a 2-shower a day kind of person, you could do cold in the morning, warm at night. Some people do.
I sometimes jacuzzi at night, but I didn't know if then I was supposed to do something cooling after that.
So I would say for this week's experiment, to do your cold thing in the morning, do the jacuzzi at night, and then just do a rinse of whatever you would normally do your water, your shower water. I'm sure you rinse off your bleachy jacuzzi water, right? And then just do a normal shower at night.
Okay. Yeah, because sleep is right now my biggest issue. Not the working out stuff, it's the sleep issue.
Yep. So we'll
So.
keep doing these little experiments and just see if anything helps and if anything sticks, if you notice a difference.
Okay, great. All righty. Have a
Thanks,
good rest of the
ladies.
weekend, everybody.
Thank
Have a
you.
great week, ladies.